Morning, Year 5. So this is our last lesson on fractions in this unit. So we're going to start with our warm-up today. And yesterday, when you were doing your arithmetic, one of the things that we noticed is that some of you are still struggling a little bit with multiplication. So we thought we'd have a go at doing some more multiplication today. So 2-digit by 2-digit. I'm going to go over the method with those of you that need to go over it. If you feel confident, I've actually put 2 missing number problems here for you. So you know what to do. You've done these before, but obviously you need to fill in the blanks here. So if you're feeling confident, get cracking on that whilst I talk this through with everybody else. So you can obviously pause the video so that you can't hear me and you can just see that. Okay, so for the rest of you guys, let's have a little look at this then. Right, so we're going to start off. If you remember, I said to you last time to have a think about if you're struggling, covering this digit here. Let's just cover that up. Always does that to me, doesn't it? Top layer. Okay, so I've covered that up. So we can imagine that it's just 42 multiplied by 5, which actually makes it a bit easier, doesn't it? So we start with 5 multiplied by 2, which is obviously 10. No, I've done that the wrong way around, really. I should have put the 1 in first and then the 0, because that's what we always do. We start with the beginning of our number. So there's our 10 there. And then 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. And we've got our 1 here. So we need to remember to put that in. So it's actually going to be 21. And I'm going to cross that off there. Okay. Now, you can see that I've got a second line here. And that's because I've got a 2-digit number. So it's really important to make sure that you move then into your second line. Let's take that away. And the very first thing that we're going to do is make sure that we put our 0 in, because we mustn't forget that. If you remember, that's because the 6 is actually in the tens column and not in the ones column. So we're making this 60 rather than 6. So that 0 has to go there. And then we're going to do the same thing that we've just done. So 6 multiplied by 12, 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So I'm going to write 1 down here and the 2 up here. And then 6 multiplied by 4 is 24. Not forgetting that 1 makes it 25. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is add them up. So 0 add 0 is 0. 1 add 2 is 3. 2 add 5 is 7. And then I've got nothing here. Add the 2 is 2. So you should have the answer of 2,730. Okay. So very well done if that was, well, what you got as you were working it out with me. Hopefully we're having a go at it with me. If not, then we're going to have a go at one. You're going to have a go at one now. So challenge group, I'm going to flip to the next slide, but yours will stay the same. Okay, so if you didn't have a go at that one, this is your opportunity now to pause the video and see if you can have a go at 56 multiplied by 38. Okay. Right, okay, so let's see how you got on. 8 times 6. So I always do this one first, remember. We covered this. I'm not going to do it now, but we covered that if we're not sure. So 8 times 6 is 48. So I put my 4 a little bit smaller, but below that line in my tens column. 8 times 5 is 40, but I've got to remember to add that 4. So it's going to make it 44. So 4 in there and the 4 in that column. Then don't forget that 0. Funny old 0, I'm afraid, with my pen. Then 3 times 6, we're moving over to this number now. We've done this digit, so we're moving on to this because we're on this second row. 3 times 6 is 18, so I'm going to write my 1 down here and put my 8 up here. 3 times 5 is 15, not forgetting that 1 makes it 16. And then I'm going to add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12, so the 1 goes over here, and the 2 here. 4 plus 6 makes 10, plus the 1 is 11. So I've got 1 over here and 1 in here. And then I've got nothing to add to the 1. So that would be 1, but I've got another 1 underneath here, which makes it 2,128. So hopefully that was the answer you got. Right, now, if you were working on this, you might want to listen to this because we will be moving on to doing some more of these. So this will help you out. Now, this one's the easier one. this one is more of a challenge. So let's have a quick look at this then for the benefit of those that did this challenge. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we've got 3 times something. Well, the great thing about these is that we actually look at the order in which we have to do things. Now we know that 3 times 3 goes here, and 3 times whatever's in here is in this space here. So we know that 3 times something equals 12. So we hopefully have worked out that we need a 4 in there. We know this has to be 0, always 0. Okay, so then we're moving over to the 5 this time. We've done the 3 already, that was in this row here. So now we're moving over to the 5, which is in this row here. So 5 times 3 is 15. We've got our 1 in there already, so we need to put the 5 in our box. And then 5 times 4 is 20, but because we've got that 1 there, we add it on there. It makes 21. And I've crossed that off because I've used it, look. And then all I'm going to do is add them up. 9, 7 is there already for me. 1 up 1 is 2. And the 2 is there already. Sorry, that's really hard to read, isn't it? 2,279. Okay, that was a bit simpler, but this one is a trickier one because actually these 2 boxes are empty and that makes it harder, plus this one's empty. So I need something that when I multiply it by 6, I end up with a 1 and another digit, okay? Because I can see that there's a 1 being used here. So what I've done is I've actually looked and gone, right, well, it can't be 6 times 1 because 6 times 1 would be just 6 and I wouldn't have this 1 here. But it could be 6 times 2 and it could be 6 times 3. It can't be 6 times 4 or anything greater than that, so I'll get rid of that. So it's either going to be 6 times 2 or 6 times 3. Okay, so I could continue to work through, but what I'm going to do is actually pop my 2 in there. Okay, I'm going to start with 2 just to see whether I think it's 2. It might not be. I might need to come back and rub it out and change it for 3. So let's have a go at using it to see if it is 6 times 2. So 6 times 2 would be 12. So let's put 2 in there. Okay, and then I'm going to be 2 times something is going to end with a 5. Now, be careful though, because we had a 1 here. So before we added that 1, it actually would have been a 4. So I'm looking for something 2 times something is a digit in the tens column and then a 4 in the ones column. Now I know that 2 times 7 is 14. So I'm going to go with that for now. So I'm going to see whether this works. So 2 times 7 is 14, but because I added that 1, it's made it 15. So I've used that, I'm going to cross it off. So let's see if 7 and 2 were the right digits here. So 0 goes here because I am starting a new section, and that's a 20, not a 2. So 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to put 2 in here, and my 1 is over here. 2 times 7 would be 14, but I need to add the 1 to make it 15. So that seems to fit at the moment. And let's see if this works out. 2 add 0 is 2. 5 times 5 add 2 is 7. 1 add 5 is 6. And 0 add 1 is 1. So there you go, there's your answer to that. Very well done, those of you who had a crack at that one. Okay, right, let's whiz on as quickly as we can then. So this is our final lesson, lesson 18, multiplying mixed numbers by whole numbers. Right, so I want you to start off by having a look at this information. What can you tell me? What do you already know from this question? And I want you to show me the information as a bar model. I'll quickly read it to you. So we've got a pack of crayons here for £3 and a book for we don't know how much at the moment, okay? So the book, we know, costs 2.5 times as much as these crayons. So these crayons are £3 and the book is 2.5 times as much as that. So we need to know how much does the book cost. Go for it, have a go at working it out and show me with a bar model. Pause the video. Right, well done. So let's have a look and see what that looks like. Right, okay, now I've actually drawn my bar model here by using the images. It might actually make a little bit more sense for some of you, hopefully. So we know that the crayons cost £3. We know that the books are 2.5 that amount. So if you see my bars here, I know that this bar would cost £3. And and I know that the books would actually be 2.5 times that much. So I know that one book, sorry, I've put it as 2.5 books, but actually this is obviously one book, okay? So it would be £3 plus another £3 plus £1.50. I'm going to show you what we did there, because actually what we did is we were working it out using our very simple method of multiplying by a fraction, multiplying an integer, a whole number, by a fraction. But what we're doing here is really thinking about a mixed number fraction rather than just a simple fraction. So let's have a look at it here, and I've also shown you this one here. So we've got 2 lots of £3, and then we've got half here. Okay, so we've got £3 multiplied by 2.5. So if we look at it here, we've got £3 multiplied by the 2 is £6. So we've taken it apart here and we've said, right, we'll use the whole number. So we've multiplied the whole number in our fraction. So we've got 3 multiplied by 2 is £6, right? So keep that in your head. And then you need to have a look at this one here. So 3 multiplied by a half. We know that 3 multiplied by 1, our numerator, is 3. Our denominator doesn't change, so it's 3/2. Now this is actually equal to 1.5, because I say, right, how many 2's go into 3? 1, 2 goes into 3, because this is 2 over 2, isn't it? This is 2 halves. And then we've got another half left. 3/2 is the same as 1 and 1/2. Okay, so if we're thinking about that, that would be £1.50. Right, so we've got, in fact, £6 and £1.50, which gives us a total of £7.50. One book costs £7.50 because 3 multiplied by 2.5 is actually equal to 7.5, which is actually in money £7.50. We don't say a half a pound, really, do we? We say £7.50, £7.5. Right, let's have a look at another example, see if this can make more sense, if you're still finding it hard. Right, okay, let's imagine I've got Minecraft, right? I've bought a Minecraft video or a computer game. So my Minecraft computer game costs 3 2/3 as much as my Mario Kart. I've given you some information here. So if we say that the Mario Kart computer game costs £6, be lucky, wouldn't you, if it did cost £6? But if it costs £6, how much does the Minecraft computer game cost if it costs 3 2/3 as much as this one? So let's have a little look at that. So again, I've shown you different ways of working that out. Okay, I've just copied the question here. Let me move myself out of the way. Look, you don't need me there. Oh, I'm going to whiz over here. Okay, so I've shown you with the 2 different models that we had before. So if we know that this is £6, we know that this is also £6. This is £6 and this is £6. So it's slightly different because I've actually added the extra bar at the top, but I put that there because we know that that's £6. So we know that we've got 3 of those, and then we've got another 2/3. Okay, so if we're thinking about, oh, we know that's £6, this is worth £6, this part of it. So it's 6, 12, 18, and then we've got another 2/3 that we've got to think about. So let's have a little look at that then. All right, I've shown you another way of doing it here. This here, if this one was £6, then we've got £6 here, £6 here, £6 here, and then another 2/3. So let's look at it as that calculation. I hope you're still with me, guys. I know this can be a bit tricky at times. So 3 multiplied by £6, just like we did last time. Let's take the whole pounds first. So 3 lots of £6 gives us £18. And then look, all I've done is swapped it over. I haven't put the £6 first. I haven't put the whole number first. I put the fraction first because we know it can be done in either order. So we're going to practice doing that. So 2/3 multiplied by 6 actually gives us 12/3, doesn't it? 2 times 6 is 12. 12 over 3, 12/3. Now, I look at that and say, how many thirds go into 12? How many threes go into 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. 4 of them. And there's nothing left over. So that would actually be £4. So it's £18 plus another £4. It's £22. Right, I'm hoping that that does make a bit of sense to you. You just kind of need to follow that pattern of multiplying the whole number first and then multiplying your fraction. And then don't forget to simplify. Okay, it's a little bit trickier when it comes to thinking about money, so I do understand you might find it a bit trickier. Right, okay, so let's have a look then at guided practice today. So you're going to be doing guided practice on pages 281 and 282. Same thing, and they've given you some bar models to think about. Okay, so the smaller one is £2. If that much is £2, what will this one be? Okay, so this is the larger one. So use what you know. Annotate your drawings. That's really, really important. Okay, annotate all of them. And then your workbook, you've got some worded problems. So really, really want to see some bar models here. Okay, demonstrate what you know using your bar models and label them. That's so super, super important. Okay, so that's pages 156 to 157. Right, okay. Final extensions for this unit. So these are the extensions for those of you who don't work on Maths Teasers. You can have a go at those. Now, Maths Teasers group, if you find the others too hard, you can have a go at this one. This one you have actually already done, but you can have a go at this one. So the rest of you know that this is a nice challenge here. Right, and then Maths Teasers group. Now, remember, anybody can have a go at these. They are harder, but you can have a go if you are feeling super, super confident, because you might be feeling really, really confident now. So you've got your first extension here, but you might find that you want to have a go at the Whopper Challenge. Now this one is a bit more of a challenge. It's using some really big numbers. You've got to really carefully think about different steps as well. So it's a major, major challenge. So don't worry if you start and go, I can't do it. It's all right, it doesn't matter. Just thought I might give you a real challenge for your final one. Okay, so all the answers, all the worksheets, all be on Tapestry for you. And I hope that you get on okay with that. Remember to give us a buzz on Tapestry if you're struggling. We can come back to you and give you some help with it. But remember to go back and watch the video and try and see if that will help you at all. All right, good luck, guys. I look forward to seeing your work. Take care.